Alright, we're back for game 3. As we stated in the last one, we're alternating the play. Well, this hand's really good on the play, so I'm going to keep.
Our hand is extremely do nothing, and none of the lands are even square lands. 5 lands, Jace, and 6 is Revelation. We can't keep this.
I wouldn't suggest it. Couldn't recommend it.
We're on the draw, so mulliganing doesn't really hurt very much.
Always really excited to have this on the play. These specific 4 cards. Some variant of this. Always good.
Was a land, Elfish Mystic, Domri Rod?
Something to that effect, yes.
The
turn 2 Domries are always ridiculous.
That is not what I want to hear.
Especially post-board, in this kind of matchup, a turn 2 Domri forces them to start using their answer spells early rather than just like playing lands tapped and countering your early stuff. On the draw, this hand might actually not even be a keep because we have to worry about Syncopate catching us on turn 2. But I think this is fine.
We have lands, we have castable spells with these lands, we will keep this hand.
Alright, so we'll lead with the Mystic.
Alright. It's actually interesting that because a turn 2 Domri is so devastating, it might actually be correct just to play a turn 1 Pithing Needle. Now, granted, I don't know what he has in his hand, but I played this matchup to know that turn 2 Domri just makes you bend over and cry, so we will do that.
Alright, so you're on 18.
Yes.
So this was naming Domri Red?
Yes.
Okay.
Domri Radi.
That's unfortunate. We'll attack for 1.
Go 17.
I will go to 18, shock with the Blood Crypt, and play a 7 character.
Yep.
Yours. So we're not in a hugely bad position, but it is certainly awkward not being able to use these Domries.
Just thought I want to do this. No, we do want to thought this as soon as possible. It's land. I think we can ship this to the bottom. Pass.
Alright, so an untapped land would be really good here. Hey, well, we got it. So we'll play a Mist Cutter for 4.
Yep.
And attack you down to 13.
Ba-bow.
So here, we know he's just going to keep eking advantage. We can't do the same. There's no card advantage to be had in a Domri Raid that can't activate its abilities, so Mist Cutter beats it is.
We don't want another Thoughtseize. We need an answer to the Mist Cutter, but we do have to just use the Thoughtseize in our hand right now.
Alright, so double Domri Mist Cutter. I assume.
Take the Mist Cutter.
Yep. So you're on 11?
Yep. Yours.
Alright.
So 2 Mist Cutters are out of the way, so that's definitely more threatening than a Stormbreath Dragon.
Well, we drew a Stormbreath Dragon.
Well, I guess we're taking 8 going down to 3.
Alright, so a Verdict would be really bad here, but I think we just have to play into it.
Yep.
Yeah, there's nothing...
Apologies.
Julian doesn't know what his cards are. We did get him onto 3, and in this kind of matchup, the longer we wait, the worse it is for us. So we just have to take our lumps there. We'll play a Blood Crypt to play a Domri, and pass. There's no point not playing the Domri now. It avoids a counterspell if we draw an Abrupt Decay.
Okay. So here we have a few options. Don't play land yet. We could Jace, but Jace leaves us cold to land Stormbreath.
Mist Cutter.
Mist Cutter. We can Sphinx's Breath for 2, and that will leave us at 1 with the Stormbreath or Mist Cutter. Depends what's in his hand.
Yep.
You played a land, right?
I played a land last time.
So you could have either one of those. What do I see with my?
You know, there's another Domri.
Okay, so actually quite safe, but a Mist Cutter does kill us. So we'll just play a land. We could plus a Jace. But I'd rather just try to stabilize the Sphinx's Revenue negate here. Plus Jace doesn't do that much. Yeah, we're just gonna pass the turn.
Alright, so we kind of want to draw live here. That might be live. We'll tick Domri up. We can't tick Domri up. That's right. That's really awkward. So we'll play a land tap and pass.
I want to get greedy with my Sphinx's Rev, but We need to draw removal because Tinted Red isn't going to keep us safe forever. Just fire it off here for 2. Go
So you got 5.
Drop. Tap. Drop. So play a land here. Blue source. Scry. That's a land, but we don't have land in hand. This it blocks, I guess, but I think we're happy we can rely on drawing more gas with our second Tinted Red. So we're just going to put to the bottom past the turn.
Alright, so live draws would be really nice right about now. It's not really 1, but we'll pass turn.
We'll switch the red for 2 again.
Yep, so you go to 7. It always does feel bad when the second rev goes off because that means they're starting to chain them, but when it's only for 2, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
It's when it's like the first one's for 3 and the second one's for 5, and you feel like you probably have already lost the game.
That's because you have. If that happens. Real talk. Dissolve. That's an excellent card. We're going to keep that. We have an ultimate price now. We've got an Elspeth. We've got a Jace Architect of Thought. We're not dead to anything off the top. Even Land Rakdos Return only hits us for 4. So I think it's time we just go for it and jam an Elspeth and plus a.
Sure.
Yours. Ooh.
Alright, not a great draw. So we'll play a Stomping Ground tap and pass.
Alright, so
This game is very, very, very quickly running away from us.
Alright, so he doesn't have a Dreadball, he doesn't have gas. What's probably in his hand is something like a Golgari Charm, because he would have used the Drop Decay already, or maybe he just has Mana Dogs. But the point is, it's not supposed to get in cast, and one of them is a Drop Run. So we just draw Dissolve, which you knew was there. Let's go play our land and Scry and see what's on top. Another counter spell, definitely not the best one, but it'll do. So there's no point really jamming a Jace here. So we can just keep up 3 different reactive spells and just use the most narrow one as Luke makes his plays from the top of his deck. So we'll just attack the 3 here and plus Elspeth again.
Yep, so I go to 15.
Pass.
Let's see what we draw.
The fact that he thought end of turn is either bluffing or he has no Drop Decay.
Yep, so we'll pass.
Right. So looks like he was just bluffing.
So we drew this. Definitely don't want to fire it off just yet.
What do you want?
I want 15.
I'm just going to 3 at Domri, 3 at you.
Sure, so Domri dies. I take 3, go to 12.
Make another 3 dudes.
Yep.
Let's pass the turn.
Alright, so end of turn we'll go Golgari Charm. -1, -1 to all creatures.
We have lethal next turn, and there's no reason to let this game go on for any longer than it has, and we do have more reactive spells to deal with what he could play, so we are going to counter that with a negate.
Sure. And then we'll untap.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Temple of Abandon. That's not something that we want. We can only do this for 4 and you've got another counter spell, so yeah, we're just dead. So that's an example of where running into the Supreme Verdict can just lose you the game. A lot of people would argue that I shouldn't have cast that Stormbreath Dragon, but you have to remember that if they had the Supreme Verdict anyway, they would have done it to the Mistcutter. He needed an answer to it, and that put me 2 lands away from Stormbreath Dragon.
Yep.
So there's no reason to not jam it there, because it ends the game on the spot if they don't have the Verdict, and if they do have the Verdict, you're not casting it before they get to untap with counterspell mana anyway. So we had a bunch of live draws for a lot of that game anyway. We just didn't see them, which is fine. That's the deck. You have to draw the right answers to the right things at the right time.
Yeah, it is interesting to note that if you didn't play the Stormbreath Dragon, it was dead for at least 2 turns, possibly more. And then when it's live,
I did miss a land drop. So.
Yeah, and when it's live, I probably have an answer for it already because it's been 2 or 3 turns.
Exactly.
So the card is as good as dead. So I think playing it was absolutely correct.
Jamming and just trying to make you lose the game on the spot was the best thing I could have done.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess we'll be back very momentarily.